So a lot of people call you the Queen of Mean. Is that a fair comment, or is people misjudging you here?
I think people are misjudging me, to be honest. I think I'm super nice. I think I'm one of the nicest wrestlers on the UK scene. Actually, nicest wrestler in the world, I think.
There you go, there you go. So today, of course, I'm obviously absolute privileged to be joined by Miss Lana Austin. We've got loads of stuff to talk about. And yeah, I mean, I'm excited. So in turn, enough rolling billing on, roll the intro. So, Lana, how's the week been?
It's been all right. Thank you very much. Just going to the gym and eating kind of healthy and stuff. But yeah, it's been all right. Nothing exciting.
Well, I mean, got to keep fit, right? Absolutely.
Yes.
Of course, of course. I wouldn't say it's anything exciting this week, but I think you've summed it up pretty well. Do you know the gym? Straight to the point.
Oh, although I'm going to my favourite place tomorrow, Miller and Carter, for a treat, as I've done 6 weeks of good gym and healthy eating. Tomorrow is my treat for a big Miller and Carter, so I'm excited for that.
There you go, there you go. Of course, but yeah, I mean, obviously, you're gonna like today's show because it's about you, really. It's not about me. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. So we've got loads of stuff obviously to talk about. I say this to obviously everyone. If there's anything I ask which you don't feel comfortable talking about, you just say next question. We move on. Does that sound all right?
Yeah, that sounds great.
Awesome. So the one show obviously I wanted to talk about, which is one we don't talk about much on this obviously this channel, is wrestling in Newcastle. Now they've got 3, 4 shows, and obviously you've been part of these. What's the experience like?
It's been good. I think I've done two. My memory's not the best, so you have to excuse me. But I think I've done maybe 2 of their shows. I don't think, or maybe all 3. No, 2 that I can remember. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a great setup. Loved the crowd. The crowd was fun to mess around with and stuff. So yeah, hope I get to work there again sometime.
Yeah, I know they've got 2 more shows, and are you going to be on these 2 shows, or is it a wait and see thing?
I think it's a wait and see thing.
There you go.
Although
There you go.
my partner's on there, Rob Drake, so you'll get to see him if you don't get to see me.
Okay, I'm going to be at the one in May, so that's exciting.
Yeah, it should be a good show.
Absolutely, absolutely. So obviously that's a simple one. So I was looking through obviously your career and stuff like that, and you've been teaming with somebody known as Ivy, known as the Decibels. Do tell me about this because this is probably one of the entertaining things I like.
Well, that started off like, from what I can remember, is I got some blue and black gear made, and I forgot that Ivy wore blue and black, and then I turned up at a show and I was like, oh my god, my gear matches yours. We should tag sometime. And this is when we wasn't like now we've grown to be like really good friends. She's one of my best friends in wrestling, and back then we wasn't so close. So then we ended up becoming really good friends, and we was like, why not? Why don't we just tag? Why don't we tag? And we both like to have fun, so I think it worked really well putting us both together. Like we don't plan anything. We go out there and we're just like, right, let's just see what we can do and let's just have fun with it. That's my biggest thing, is just having fun with everything.
Yeah, and if I remember right, that's True Grit and Western in Newcastle. You guys obviously worked at shows.
Yeah, I think we first tagged at Soft Pro in Manchester. I think that was our first time we actually was put together and stuff like that. So yeah, and Soft Pro came up with the name Decibels as well. So we really appreciate that they came up with that, because I think it's a great name for us. And they made our entrance music as well, which I think fits quite well with us. So a lot of appreciation to them for coming up with. Oh, people might hate them for coming up and putting us together. So either way.
I love it. It's absolutely entertaining. So I want to take a step, obviously, away from that a little bit. And your Twitter is probably one of the most entertaining things I see all the time. Do you know what I mean? The comments you put with people. I mean, you've got to have some fun there, right?
Yes. Yeah. I use Twitter only for my bad side, we'll call it. So I just go on there and I just have a laugh with people, and the fans give it me back as well. They give me a lot of trouble back. So you know, and it's fun. I enjoy it. Some of it is just some of the things that the fans come up with on Twitter is just hilarious, and it's so good for me to play off. I still hate them all though.
It's funny you say that because the first thing I saw for the new year was Happy New Year, and it was a tweet by yourself, and I think it was something along the lines, I still hate you all. I'm like, that's the first tweet I've seen on 2024.
Yeah. So I mean, I just wake up and I just think, right, who can I bully today on Twitter? Who can I annoy? I love annoying people.
You love obviously 9 other wrestlers. I mean, I've seen the one obviously with Tate Mayfair's as well. That's another one I know you like
Oh, yeah,
winding
but
up.
he's annoying though, so I think people might end up liking me if I keep giving him loads of trouble because everyone hates him. So I have to be a little bit careful with that one. I don't want people to like me.
But maybe after this one, who knows? People might. We shall see on that one, shall we?
Yeah.
So the one obviously main show, obviously a lot of fans obviously know you for is obviously Progress Wrestling. And last year you was the female wrestler of the year. I mean,
Yes.
there's no competition there, right? Let's be honest.
God, if I wasn't going to win that, that was it. I would have actually battered Lee McIntyre. I really would have done.
Yeah, I mean, I vote for you obviously as well because she obviously done absolutely some great things there. But what's Lee like backstage? Just out of curiosity.
Oh, we hate each other. We hate each other. We really do. He annoys me. I annoy him. I'm always messaging him saying, you know, sort yourself out. You know, so there's no like no friendship there or anything. I think he's a loser, and I think he knows that he's a loser, so he tries to pretend that he's friends with me. I think that's what he's doing. He wants to be friends with me.
Right, okay, Lee. If you watch this, I did not say anything. By the way, that's nothing to do with me. And obviously, the other things you were obviously good in, obviously, progress was the LAE. Now, this is probably one of the most entertaining groups I've seen. How did this all come about? Please tell.
God, how did it cut? I think I was babyface there for a while, and I was like, I just want to do something new. I want to have fun, and I do have more fun as a heel, as the bad guy. I do. I absolutely love it. I think I'm more confident. I know what to say, and you know, I just love the interaction on shows and on social media with fans as me being the bad guy. You know, so I asked them if I could maybe have a heel run, and they said yeah, and I turned heel, and then I think I had a few. I had a nice little storyline against Alexis Falcon, which I absolutely loved, and I was annoying her on Twitter quite a lot with that. You know, coming up with some hilarious things if I don't say so myself. So that was a great feud, and then after that, they just asked if I wanted to be in a group, and they said who would I want to be in this group with me, because one thing I said it needs to be people that I have really good chemistry with, you know, or people that I can help as well, because I do enjoy helping people, you know. So I feel like me and Sky have really good natural chemistry, and you know, LA too. But LA was someone who I really wanted to help out as well. I'm sorry, you might hear my washing machine going off there.
It's all right.
Can you actually hear it? I'm so
A little
sorry.
bit, but don't worry about it.
It
Yeah,
rocked the whole
continue.
house. This is what Lana Austin does. I still do my own washing. This is not fair. This shouldn't be allowed. Lee McIntyre should be here doing my washing. That's what it should be.
Dear. Now, I actually saw obviously LA Taylor obviously in person, and oh my god, she's built like a. Do you know what I mean? Proper the physique and everything. I'm like,
I
oh my
always
god.
say she looks like she should be in Wonder Woman. Like she looks like an Amazon. Like she is. She looks amazing.
She does. She does. And obviously, I've seen Rob as well. The reason I bring that up is the show in Sheffield. I think it was chapter 156. I could be wrong about that.
I can't remember the numbers, but yeah, I think I know where you're going with this. So I think it
Yeah,
was the Sheffield one. Yeah.
yeah. Obviously, I saw obviously Rob, and even Rob. I mean, the guys, you know, physique. It's like it's credit, Joseph, you know, to the people. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, he looks great. But he puts in a lot of hard work. He's the one who like pushes me and like gives me the confidence. Like I was in the gym yesterday, I was just working out, and he just comes up to me and goes, "You look up." Tells me that I look absolutely amazing, and then that just makes me want to do it even more and stuff. So he's very, you know, he looks great, but he also makes other people feel great.
Awesome, awesome. Now you was at TNT last weekend, I believe. What was that like? Because that was a nice little shock.
Oh, joining with Rob.
Yes.
I think people just need to get used to it that me and Rob are just going to be together everywhere. So, and I don't care if people are annoyed by it because I love it.
There you go. So in other words, where Rob Drake is, Lana Austin will be there somewhere.
Yes.
Is that basically what you're saying?
Or vice versa. Yeah, both ways. If I'm there,
Nice.
he's there.
So one thing obviously I ask a lot of wrestlers about is the UK scene as a whole. But I want to expand that a little bit with yourself because there's some great female talent in the UK. Obviously, you've got yourself, you've got Lizzie, you've got Ivy, you've got Session, even like somebody like Zizi, who someone's come onto my radar recently. What's that like being a part of that?
Well, being a part of this, like, I just feel like the women's matches now, from when I first started, I think when I first started training, I think 12 years ago, like the women's wrestling has got so much better. I absolutely love it. Like I go out there and I just want to try new things with all these new girls, and we all put in so much hard work to have great matches, and I think it shows. I think the fans can see that.
Yeah, absolutely. And this, I mean, I read the article you did on Progress yesterday, and it was absolutely, really special, and stuff like that. That you was
Yeah.
the only person, at your training school. So did that push you a little bit more?
Oh God, it definitely did. Well, it was when my brother, because I trained with my brother. He was the one who got me into it. And when he was at the training school, I felt, like I was one of the boys and whatnot. But then when my brother had an accident in wrestling and he had to leave for a little while, he couldn't train, he couldn't wrestle on shows. So then I was just left. It was just me with all the boys, and I was like, oh no, it was a bit daunting and stuff like that at first. But it's just all I wanted to do was wrestle. I just wanted to wrestle all the time, training, shows, everything. It was just my life, So being the only girl there, I had a lot of, a couple of people saying I'm in it for the wrong reasons. I won't last very long, and stuff like that. And that just gave me so much fuel to prove everybody wrong. And I think I definitely did prove everyone wrong. So yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. So one other thing, obviously, I ask a lot of people as well is, what do fans not know about Lana Austin? Now you can answer this obviously from the wrestler side or the person side. That's entirely up to you.
I don't know. I feel like they know everything about me. Because I put a lot of real things into my wrestling. Like like you can see, I've got it on in the background now. Friends, I'm a massive Friends fan, and I'll do that sign in my matches and stuff like that. And I love when fans do that back to me as well. I'm like, yes, I like you. I know you're a Friends fan. But yeah, I don't know. God, I'm sounding quite boring now. Everyone knows that. I think they all know that I have 3 children. I think they all know that I love cats. Yeah, I'm so sorry. I think everyone knows everything.
Okay, okay. So basically, what we're saying, guys, is everyone knows absolutely everything about Lana Austin. Do you know what I mean? There's nothing. Do you know what I mean?
Like, I think everyone knows this already, but like my dad's real name is actually Stephen Austin. So that's one of the reasons that made me a big Steve Austin fan in wrestling. But I think a lot of people know that already. But for if new people watching this, yeah, my dad's real name is Steve Austin.
There you go. There you go. That's something new for yourself. So this obviously will be going out to other people in obviously Canada and USA. Why should people from them countries go check out Lana Austin? This is the way, like, not promote yourself, but just tell people a bit about you.
Because I'm fun. I'm a good wrestler. I'm Lana Austin. That's why people should. But also, yeah, check some of my matches out, especially my progress ones. I really enjoy my progress ones are some of my favorite matches. So if any of them have the Progress Plus on demand, then I have a match against Kanji on there when I won the. It's not just because I won the women's title either. It was just that was one of my favorite matches of my whole career. So I'd love people if they wanted to see what Lana Austin is like. I'd love them to watch that match.
Yeah, and what other matches obviously Progress? Because I mean, I've seen obviously quite a lot, obviously for outside Progress, stuff like that. What's some of your other favorite matches?
There's another one at Progress. It was me versus Alexis Falcon in a hardcore match. I think it was the all woman show that they did. Who won? I think it was called Who Run the World. Yeah, and me and Alexis, and that is like one of my favorite matches ever as well. Most of my matches with Alexis Falcon are my favorite matches ever. It's annoying. But yeah, so would watch that one as well. My matches at Grand Pro Wrestling where I tag with my brother. They're really fun matches. Me and my brother grew up loving the Hardy Boys and Lita, so when we wrestle, we just become the Hardy Boys and Lita. You know, my brother, I'll do the Twist of Fate. My brother does the Swanton Bomb. We do the Poetry in Motion. We do everything. All the Hardy Boys spots.
One of my favorite tag teams of the year, by the way. I'm so happy you've said that. I'm so pleased you said the Hardy Boys, because last week I had Aaron and they said the Dudley Boys. It's like one thing I'm a big fan of is obviously tag team wrestling.
Yeah, I will say I did love it when it was the Hardy Boys, Edge and Christian, and the Dudley Boys at like the peak of all their storylines together. I thought it was great.
Yeah. So what's some of people, obviously you've worked with Alexis Falcon, you mentioned there. Is there any opponents you'd like to face? It doesn't have to be Progress, it could be anywhere.
I would like to work with Lizzie a lot more. Like we went through a phase when we in Defiant, went through like wrestling each other all the time there and other places. And then I feel like we've both improved loads and we've not really wrestled each other much. So Lizzie is definitely a big one that I really want to wrestle. Who else is there? I really enjoy wrestling a girl called Leah Raven, who's like up and coming. I really enjoy my matches with her. I love working with her. She's very respectful as well, which I like. Always wanting to learn and work on what she needs to work on, and she takes advice on great. So, you know, and I do love battering her, so that's always fun. Let me think. Love wrestling Rio. Rio's one of my favourites as well. I've got a couple of matches coming up with Rio that I'm excited for. She really pushes me out of my my comfort zone. Every time I say to Rio, like, oh, I don't think I can do this, she looks at me, she's like, yes, you can do it. She's like one of the most supportive, pushy, but supportive people on the independent scene. She really is. She's amazing, and she deserves everything she's getting at the moment.
Awesome.
Although she keeps interrupting Lana Roki and she keeps throwing me out of Rumble, so I think she's got a really bad problem with me. So, you know, I thought we were friends, but she keeps screwing me over all the time.
And it's funny you saying that, Lana Roki, because that's kind of my next thing on the list. This is obviously unique for you. How did this all come about? Because a lot of people love it, a lot of people don't like it. I think they're misjudging it, but go ahead.
Excuse me, everybody likes it. What are you on about? Everyone loves it. How dare you? But it came across because I was injured for a Progress show, but Progress still wanted to use me, which I appreciate so much. They still give me work, even though I couldn't wrestle. And then it helped me because I couldn't wrestle and I had to do other stuff. It helped me improve on my mic skills. And part of the mic skills was like, oh, I've got a great idea. Let's open the show with me. Well, let's open this segment with me doing a bit of singing because, you know, Lana's fun and annoying. You know, and Rio came out and spoke that one as well, the first ever one. But yeah, so it came about. I was like, oh, let's just have a bit of fun. I'll sing a song. And then everyone loved it, really, because then I think it was a week later I was wrestling, might have been in Sheffield, and the fans started chanting, for me to give them a song. So they must have loved it. They must have loved it.
I'm only going on Twitter. I'm only saying what it says on Twitter, by the way, so...
no, they're just pretending. They just pretend they don't like it, just to annoy me, because they love annoying me. So yeah, don't worry. Everyone loves it. And I actually really do love doing karaoke in real life. Like, it's one of my favourite things to do ever. It just gives me so much enjoyment, and it's just a laugh and fun. And I'm actually pretty good at singing.
What's the go-to song?
I have Black Velvet and C'est La Vie by Bewitched. That's one of my favourites as well. And Zombie by I can't remember what it's by. My memory's the worst. But yeah, it's called Zombie, the song, but I love that one as well. Oh, and I love Grease as well. Oh, God, I'm going to be naming them all now. There's so many. So many. Saturday Night's a good one to sing as well. Yeah, sorry.
I'm getting a vibe that you love, like, musicals here.
Oh, my God. I love musicals. They're my favourite. Moulin Rouge, the musical Moulin Rouge. Love it. And Greatest Showman, watched it a million times. Is that classed as a musical? Yeah, it is, isn't it?
It's actually one of my favourites as well. Greatest Showman.
Yeah, I loved it. I absolutely loved that one. But yeah, I'm a big fan of musicals.
Awesome, awesome. So, what about promotion-wise? Obviously, you've worked for Progress. I know, obviously, you work for True Grit. You mentioned a couple more. Is there any other promotion in the UK you'd like to work for, which you've not had the chance to?
Oh God, I think I've worked for a lot of them. I would like to work. I've worked, I think, Ref Pro once. I think it was the Ref Pro show. It was the female. Oh, it was a while ago that. But yeah, I would love to work for Ref Pro. Not in the UK, but I'd love to work OTT. I'd love to go back to OTT. I've worked for them before, but I would love to go back there. I really, really enjoy it there. Either to batter Debbie or to tag with Debbie. So, you know, she's one of my favourites. She's another one who I'd love to wrestle more, actually. Or, like I said, tag with. I think she's so fun. She is so fun. We had a tag match at Eve Wrestling, me and Ivy versus them, and it was just so much fun. She's just got a great brain for comedy. And I love comedy in matches, so yeah.
Even though you just said you wanted to batter her?
Yeah, it's fun. You can have fun at the beginning, but then, you know, then I get a bit, like, mean and we'll batter people, so just how it is.
We already said in the introduction that I think people just misjudging you here. Do you know what I mean?
Damn, I forgot I said that.
Yeah, so... Well, a few little more questions.
Okay, I'm mean, okay? I don't mean to be. It's just the way I am. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry.
She's not, because she will be mean again.
Yes, definitely.
So a few little more questions as we begin to wind down. So what's the goal for you for the rest of the year? You were the Progress like with female of the year last year, but what's the goal for the rest of the year for you?
Well, I'm going to America with Progress, so that's, you know, that's been one of my goals to go and wrestle there again. So I'm happy I get to do that. That's going to be a lot of fun. And then other goals is I just want to keep wrestling. I just want to wrestle as much as I can. I just want to have as much fun as I can. I would love to wrestle some more of the men. You know, I absolutely love wrestling the women, but I would, you know, I think I've wrestled near enough every single woman in the UK where I've not really got a chance to batter some of the guys. So I would love to wrestle some of the guys more this year if they're not too scared.
And which guys would you like to beat up? And I can't believe I'm saying this.
Which guys would I like to beat up? Oh,
yes.
God. Oh, who would I like to beat up? Do you know what? I wouldn't mind battering Act 2 again. They were fun to beat up. They were really fun. And they annoy me so much backstage as well. Like, they're absolutely annoying. And they've never seen Friends. But then they've never seen Friends, but then they'll do this in the matches now towards me. So, you know, they deserve a kicking for that.
So obviously fans got the opportunity to ask you some questions, and I've got 3 from a good friend of mine called Paul, so we'll go through them. And it says, first one was, what's your favorite episode of Friends? And if you could guess that in, what type of character would you be? I think I sent you this question overall.
Yeah. Oh God. I don't. Did you say favorite character?
Favorite, episode of Friends, and if you could guest star in a type of what type of character would you play?
The fans call me Janice. Some of the fans say that I'm like Janice, which is annoying because I'm not like Janice. Although Janice is very pretty actually, so yeah, I'll be Janice. But no, do you know what I would love to do if I was in it, Friends? I'd love to do any scene with Ross. I think Ross's scenes are some of the best scenes ever, and I actually don't think I'd be able to act. I think I'd just be laughing all the time at him. He's hilarious. But yeah, I don't know. I want to be in it all. I want to be a main character actually. There should be 7 friends. I should be the 7th one.
So, there you go. There you go. So hopefully, Paul, that answers one of your first questions. The next one he sent was, have you ever fancied doing other things like media, TV, or film?
I'd love to, but I honestly have one of the worst memories in the world, and I don't think I'd be able to remember lines. That's why when I'm wrestling and I've got stuff to do, I don't really practice a lot of what I've got to say. I just go out and I naturally do things because my memory of like remembering dates or venues and stuff like that, I can't do it. I'm the worst.
So maybe yeah or no, or it just depends.
If I can go out there and just be me and not have to learn lines, then yeah, I'd love to be in a movie.
Oh dear. So again, Paul, hopefully that answers your last question. The last one we've got is: if you could wrestle one opponent once a month forever, either someone you've already wrestled or a dream opponent, who would it be?
Once a month. Who would I love to wrestle? It's gonna be Alexis Falcon, definitely. Yeah, Alexis Falcon is definitely up there because every time we wrestle, we come up with new stuff. It's fun. It's entertaining. You know, we batter each other, which I love. It's a hard hitting match. A Luna Blue as well, actually. A Luna Blue. Every time I work with a Luna Blue, like I could do it every single day. It's easy. It's fun. She's another one who's got great attitude, and like I think this year she'll be a rising star this year. So yeah, there we go. There's my 2 picks.
There you go, Paul. Hopefully that answers all your questions. And wow, this has been an absolutely really fun shout. We're on 26 minutes, and the one thing I've obviously learned is that Lana Rossin likes to beat up people.
Also, I like making the kids cry in the crowd. That's always fun to do. You know, I don't mean like. I think they need to not be as soft. You know, all I do is steal the crisp or the hat or the drink, and then they cry.
Why? Why do you do that?
It's fun. But I'm nice. I'm super nice.
You have. Of course, Lana, it's been obviously an absolute pleasure to talk to you. Before we head off, is there anything you want to plug?
No, just find me on social media, Lana_Austin1 on Twitter and Instagram. You know, we can go in. But if you give me shit, sorry, I'm allowed to swear. Sorry, if you give me trouble on Twitter, expect it back. Some people have tweeted me stuff, and I've tweeted back, and then they've like got rid of their tweet.
Oh dear, I dare even ask on that. Why? Yeah, Lana, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us.
Problem.
Enjoy the rest of your week.
You too. Thank you.
Cheers.